What's going on, guys? Happy Thursday. Amazing day today. A little bit slow again, just like yesterday, but all in all, a really, really good day today. We're going to walk through all the trades I took today on OKLO, RSLS, IPA, MEGL. Overall, just a really, really fruitful day, and I do want to go over all of these setups. Now, today the watch list did really well, and again, this week's been pretty huge so far. Last week was huge, week before that was huge. We've just been on a roll lately. And I've been trying to get back into the YouTube videos, so make sure to subscribe as well. We're posting these videos every single day, so you can actually go back and watch exactly how I caught the trades that I did every single morning on the stream. Definitely going to be super beneficial. So again, hit that subscribe button. That way you get that free education every single day. Now, let's go ahead and run through the trades from this morning's live stream. This was over from the membership. So in the community over there, we had the 7-day free trial going on. And again, another awesome day. OKLO was on last night's watch list. And I wanted to watch it today off of the area of liquidity, which had formed there in after hours, where we sort of saw that offering news come out in after hours yesterday. The offering was announced right here at the start of after hours. You see price react, and we see this big wick form off the bottom. Again, this area that we're looking at is liquidity here. We see that low, that area of what we're seeing as demand. We're seeing buyers coming here off these pullbacks. So what I was looking for this morning was this to confirm. I wanted to see going into the open today, price to confirm back off of that low. And well, we got that today. So if we look over here at the chart from today, we got just that. It was on our pre-market watch list this morning as well, which you can see right here. I was watching it over 64 VWAP for the range to 68 and 70. And lo and behold, we got 68 to hit nail on the head today. The big thing here was, again, looking to see what that relationship was between buyers, sellers, and the news yesterday. So we had the offering drop here yesterday afternoon. And again, that sort of sets this negative precedent here on the stock because, again, everybody's sort of freaking out. Oh my God, they're dropping an offering. What we want to see is that they don't care. I want to know that these buyers, these traders in this position are looking to trade this thing, do not care. And we could see here what we were looking for today was not the pullbacks. I don't want to take the pullbacks here. I wanted to watch for the confirmation that traders simply did not care about that news. Now, that confirmation looks like buyers out of the open today. I want to see buyers back off the lows today, and I'm pretty serious, exactly what we saw today. And I was actually able to play this probably 4 or 5 times for my most profitable stock of the day today, and this is exactly how I did it. So, of course, that was the bias, that was the thesis today. And then from there on, just able to take, per usual, my nice dips off of VWAP with Confluence. And so the big picture here is big flag to the upside here. You can see this massive move out of the open on the opening range breakout. You have your opening range form here after the bell. We have price break to the upside and confirm direction. We have to find confirmed direction before we can try to play this thing. We react, we don't predict. And again, this is the reaction here to traders saying we don't care about the offering here. So after price makes move to the upside, I take this pullback here, again, off of VWAP. A big thing that I do is I look for pullbacks off of VWAP over our 12 EMA. So again, pullbacks over the exponential moving average and VWAP as confluence. Again, we already have our big picture confluence from the big picture setup that we actually just talked about, but this is the smaller picture confluence here when we're talking about our 1 minute time frame. Looking for those 1 minute pullbacks here off of VWAP and your EMAs. Again, beautiful setup here. Beautiful setup. We had awesome confluence here at the pre-market levels as well. Take a look at this. We had pre-market highs right there in line with VWAP. So we had a ton of stuff working in our favor here on this. So we were able to take pullback after pullback and capitalize on this 3 times. Again, pullback, just keep on selling up into strength. We knew we identified sellers here the first go around, so we can expect on the next entry we're probably going to find sellers again. And so every pullback that I'm taking, I'm just selling back up in overhead supply. Finally got the break here for a full exit. That full exit comes after my system triggers. That system is if the candle breaks to a new high and then rejects back below that previous high, this is an instant exit. Again, anytime I see this, I'm taking an instant exit. This candle tries to break to a new high, fails, breaks back below, that's an instant exit. Same story, we were sort of looking for this to continue higher, and well, it didn't until later in the morning, which I was able to play a little bit. We can see here we had these lower highs form, and honestly, this entry should not have happened. It was a small loss, albeit I probably shouldn't have taken it regardless. The proper entry was there later in the morning. But this one here should not have happened. I sort of bought up into overhead supply. It happens. I managed risk quickly and had a really small loss on this. But I was trying to take the breakup trend, kind of aggressive for the breakup higher, and bought up into overhead supply like a goofball. But I came back and played it later after we actually confirmed over that high, took the pullback on the pivot. You can see here and took some nice gains here on that move. Simple little supply and demand flip here. Of course, you have overhead supply here. This is supply until price actually breaks above, confirms, now it's demand. So took that nice entry here off that pullback. Overall, this one was super good today. Outside of that, we also had some good trades today on RSLS. This thing was really, really nice. Now, of course, the big picture here from pre-market, we had, pretty nice flag setup here. And I actually took a loss in pre-market this morning on this because what I was trying to do here, and we sort of saw this thing curling off of VWAP, of course, before this lower high had formed. I was trying to take it off a view up here for that curl up into the bell. Didn't get that, took a small loss on it. So that was a bit unfortunate. But going out of the open today, I was still watching this thing, right? It was on the watch list this morning, and I was wanting to watch it over VWAP still. And we actually had it set up in a perfect way. So we had to sort of do its thing this morning, and I was watching OKLO, and I missed a lot of opportunities on this. All of these pullbacks off of VWAP would have been amazing opportunities. I wasn't watching it. I was too busy watching OKLO. Still made a lot of money on OKLO, but this could have been awesome too on RSLS. So once the 5 breaks below the 12 EMA, which you can see right here, we're leaving it alone. Right, this is all considered backside because the 5 is below the 12. Once price reclaims the moving averages here and reclaims the VWAP with strength, we're looking for entries here. And again, nailed the entry right here off this pullback, risking VWAP after the reclaim. And then what do we see? We see massive volume come in. I take profit up into the highs here. Overall, this was a play from like 320 to about 350. This thing was amazing. And again, just simply played it on the pivot here back over VWAP on the reclaim. That was gorgeous and super happy with it. We then saw price sort of consolidate up here over the highs, and we saw big buyers come in on the retest of the 12 EMA. You can see price pulls back, gets bought up heavily here off the 12. So I try to take a little bit of an entry here after we pull back again off the 12, and it worked out pretty well, just no follow through. You can see we confirmed buyers off the 12 here. So I took an entry again here off the 12 right here. Got a nice little play for, about a 15, 20 cent move. Not too bad. And was able to raise stops and, of course, take small profit on that. And then did the same thing again later. You can see, again, we broke to the downside, backside, and then reclaimed. A little bit of a repeat setup from back here. Again, took it over the moving averages on the reclaim, tried to get that move higher, got a little bit of a move higher, and then sold the rest at entry again. This thing just wasn't wanting to go, and this is sort of where I took it off my screen. Outside of this, had a trade on IPA. The only issue with IPA today is it traded really similar to KLTO the last 2 days, which I haven't been able to get any good reads on. Even this here, there were some good opportunities playing it off these dips to VWAP, even on the break of the opening range high, but it's a little bit of a cheap name. I don't trade the penny stocks too often, and so I try not to. I had a little win here over the highs, tried to take a curl off the 5 EMA here for that break higher, didn't get it, and then eventually took a pullback off of this previous low and got a nice move here. But I just didn't really like this one a whole lot today, so I didn't really do a whole lot with it. That was really the gist. Had a little win on MEGL, not really anything to write home about. And same with AAOI, nothing to really write home about with this one either, just a little dip off of VWAP. This was on last night's watch list too, and it worked out, but no real big picture move. So OKLO and RSLS were the big ones for today. Again, kind of slower today, but a really nice day overall. We had quite a few trades today. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 trades today, and I think 1 loss, so not too bad at all. Very happy with those numbers. So that'll do it, but that's how I traded these things today. Not a whole lot of action out there, but sticking to the obvious names on OKLO and RSLS was how we had it done today, and how we nailed it for another awesome green day in the market to just continue this awesome month of June, this awesome summer market. It's been great. So hopefully this video helps you out a little bit. That being said, make sure to claim your 7-day free trial to watch me trade every single day, get a large education, chat room access, and so much more. Let me know in the comments below what you traded today, how you did in the market today, and I will see you tomorrow morning.